Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope all you are fine and well. Welcome to my environmental science class. Myself Shumiran sir. Today I will discuss chapter number 4, the story of Amrita part 2. So students, I hope that you have already watched my last video on this chapter part 1, as well as I have given you some questions to do and you have written. Many of the students have already sent their answers of those questions to me. Those who have not yet done, please complete it and send it to me. If you have any question regarding those questions, if you have any problem, you can ask me in the doubt clearing class. So in this video, we will discuss the next 2 pages of the chapter. As usual, I will also give you some question to write at the end of the video. So watch the video till the end. After that, you should go through your book, then you will try to attend the answer. And if you have any problem regarding writing those answers, you can ask me in the doubt clearing class. In this video also, we will provide some extra information on plants and the trees. So let's start. Trees in danger. So we have already read the story of Amrita. Amrita was a little girl and she used to love the trees. Every day she used to greet the trees, as well as she is making the tree as a friend, asking them several questions to them and telling them to provide the strength to her, as well as not only she, all the people and the children of her village, they used to love the trees and animals. So Amrita was a little girl in Kejaldi village in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. So now Amrita has grown up. Time went by, Amrita was grown up. One day she went to greet her trees. She saw that there were some strangers in her village. So as usual, Amrita went to greet her trees. Now Amrita was grown up into a lady. Okay, but her habit from the young age to greet the trees is also continuing with this good habit. So as usual, she went to greet the trees and she found that some of the strangers in the village. So this what stranger? What do you mean by stranger? Some outsider who are unknown to the village people, who are called the strangers. So when she saw the strangers in the village, then they had axe on with them. So what is axe? The woodcutters are having the axe to cut down the woods or the trees. So all those strangers, they are carrying axe with them. It seems that they are woodcutters and they are the strangers to the villagers, because they are not known to the people of the village. They said that the king had sent them to cut trees for wood. The wood was needed for building the king's palace. So what did those strangers said when it was asked that, oh, who are you, why you came in this village with the axe? They told that the king of this region, they have sent us in this village. So why the king has sent them? To cut the trees, to cut the woods. Okay, because lots of wood are required to build the palace. Okay, palace are the big houses where the king live. So it is also a keyword, a palace. So to build the palace with wood, the king require many woods, and for the wood they have to cut the tree. Now you know that the people of this Kejadi village, they love the trees very much. So they start to protest. Next, Amrita was shocked. She went to the tree that the men were to cut. She put her arms around the trees and hugged it tightly. So hugged, okay, to put his arms, this is hugging. Okay, putting his arm and he is holding the trees tightly. So when Amrita heard that they have came to cut the trees, she was very much shocked. So this is the keyword, shocked. Okay, astonished suddenly. She went to the tree. Okay, and she found that the woodcutters are just holding the axe and they are going to cut one tree. So which tree they are going to cut? Suddenly Amrita go near to the tree, and with her arms around the tree, she hugged the trees tightly. The men shouted and threatened her, but Amrita did not let to go to the tree. Okay, so when she hugged the trees and she told that I will not let you to cut the tree. If you have to cut the tree, first you have to cut me, kill me, then you can cut the tree, otherwise not. If I have the life, if I am alive, I will not allow you to cut the tree. So Amrita protested, and the men who are standing with the axe, they shouted, okay, and threatened. So this is a keyword, threatened. Okay, so threatened. What did they told? They told that you just move from here. The king has ordered us, so we have to follow the order of the king, and we have to cut the tree. So in a loud voice they are shouting and threatening. Okay, fearing him, scared her. But Amrita did not let go of the tree. But Amrita didn't let go of the tree. She is still holding the tree with her hand tightly. The king's men had to follow his order. They had to cut the tree. On seeing this, Amrita, see, here is a picture. Amrita is hugging the trees tightly. When the people are coming to cut the trees, Amrita is holding it tightly. So the daughters and the hundreds villagers, old and young, hugged the trees to protect them. So when Amrita is hugging the tree tightly, holding the tree tightly, and she is protesting against the people who came to cut the tree, and she told that I will not allow you to cut the tree. Seeing that, her daughter also, Amrita's daughter also reached over there, and with her daughter several hundred of people of the village, maybe they are young and old. What they have done, they have also came, okay, and they have also protect Amrita, and to protect Amrita, and to protect the trees. They also came, and they have also hold all the trees tightly. Okay, many people, including Amrita and her daughter, died to save the trees. Now what the people, strangers have done, the woodcutters with their axe, when they found the people are not moving in front of the tree, from the trees, they are not going away from the trees, they are still holding the trees tightly. They have started to kill the people of the village. Okay, and Amrita and many other people, as well as Amrita's daughter, all died. Okay, because the strangers have killed them. But for what they have protested? They have sacrificed their life to save the trees. Nowadays, what we are doing? We are cutting down the trees. Okay, so this is called deforestation. So due to cutting down of the tree, you can see nowadays that there is lots of problem in the environmental are occurring. And in this COVID situation also, you can see that most of the people are dying due to the lack of oxygen. Okay, so in nature, the trees can only produce oxygen. Okay, so if trees are alive, we will be also alive. If the trees are not there, we will be also not there. So Amrita, the villagers, as well as the daughter, many of the people have sacrificed their life to save the trees. You can see the picture. Okay, here the woodcutters, along with the trees, they have also cut or killed those human beings over here. When the king heard of this, he could not believe that the people gave their life for the trees. Now the people cannot cut the tree because most of the people of the village protested. They have protected the trees by giving their life. So when the king of that region heard that matter, okay, he couldn't believe that it can also happen, that people are sacrificing their life to save the trees. Okay, the king could not believe this matter. He visited the village himself. There he learned about the villagers' respect for the trees and animals. Then the king thought, what types of villagers are those? Okay, they have sacrificed their life for the trees. So let me visit the village. So when the king visited the village, he found and he also learned that the villagers, they love the nature very much. They love the animal, they love the tree very much. Okay, giving their life, they are saving the life of the plant, the trees and the animals. So today our discussion topic will be up to this one. Now some extra thing we will also show you in the slide. So here is a question. Do you remember what did the elders of the village used to say? What did the elders used to say? Already in the first video we have shown that agar ped hai to hum hai. If the plants and the trees are there, we will be there, we will be alive. If they are not there, we will also be not there on the earth. Do you think you could survive if there was no trees, no animals? Discuss in your class. So now you have to give your own view. Do you think without the trees, without the animals, we can survive? I hope no. The animals and the trees can survive without us, but we cannot survive without plants and animals, because we are directly or indirectly depend on the plants and the animals, because the plant are the only living thing which can produce their own food. The human being and the animals cannot produce their own food. Okay, here is a picture of that village. The villagers are holding the trees. Okay, they are just standing around the trees and they are protecting the trees. Okay, we will tell in the next video about some movement. It is called the Chipko movement. About this fact we will discuss in the next video. Okay, and these people of this village, they are called the Bishnois. They are the people living in this village. So about those Bishnois also we will discuss on the next video. Here we have already told the Bishnois of Rajasthan. It is the original one picture an artist have made. Okay, so how the people have sacrificed their life, okay, to protect the trees, as well as those people of the village. They are not only protecting the trees, they love the trees and the animals, and they used to worship the nature also. Now we have just told about the trees. Now some important things we have to know, that what is afforestation. Afforestation means the process of establishment of forest where there was no forest, in barren land or in any open area where there was no trees, no forest. On those areas when we can plant trees, that is called the afforestation, planting of the trees to make it one forest. It is done by planting trees or sowing their seed and caring continuously until they grow collectively as a whole into a forest. So we have to plant the trees. Not only we have to plant the trees, we have to take care of it until it grows up. When you are young, nowadays you are quite young, okay, so your father and mothers are looking after you, caring about you. Okay, so if they don't care about you, we cannot live on the earth. Okay, so plants, when they are small, we have to take care of the plants until they grows up. So up to when you will grow up, your father and mother, your parents are caring you. So likewise we have to also care about the plant. Not only it is that we have got one seed, we have planted the seed or sow the seed, and ultimately after few days without the water, without any fertilizer, it died. No, so we have to take care. So planting of the trees is called afforestation. So we have to do afforestation, because nowadays day by day we are cutting down all the trees. Okay, the animals of the forest, they are becoming homeless. That is why they are also dying. The number of trees are gradually decreasing. So we have to plant the trees to save our earth, to save our environment. So this process of plantation is called the afforestation. And what is deforestation? Deforestation means cutting down of the tree. It is not helpful for the nature. It is not good for the nature. We should not cut trees. We have to plant more and more trees. Deforestation is the removal of forest or stand of trees where the land is then converted into a non-forest use. Okay, sometimes we can see some forest land, people are cutting the forest land and they are using those land into agriculture, or they are building construction of the building or the roads. Okay, when you are coming through the roads, you can see for the development of the roads, to make the road wider, lots of the trees is cut down. Okay, so if we cut down the trees, we have to plant more trees. If you cut one tree, you have to plant at least 10 to 15 trees. And not only we have to plant, we have to take care of the trees, because the trees can only save us, save our environment. So we should protect, we should prevent deforestation. If you find anyone in your society, in your surrounding area, they are cutting the trees, we should prevent them not to cut the trees. Okay, according to the Forest Act, cutting down of the tree is a punishable offense. Okay, if the government found that anyone without any permission of the forest is cutting the tree, he or she will be punished. So you should not cut down the trees. Instead of cutting, we should plant more and more trees. So planting of the trees in the open of the barren land is called afforestation, and cutting of the trees is called deforestation. So what will happen if people cut the trees? People will have less oxygen to breathe. There will be a less rain and more water problem will be there. The animals of the jungle will have no place to live. Okay, there is a lack of food, soil erosion will be there, the temperature of the earth will increase, a lot of points will be there. So apart from these 3-4 points, you should also collect some point. What will happen if we cut down the trees? Without the trees, what problem we will face? Okay, so you should collect those points and you should note down in your copy. And not only note down, you have to also maintain those. Okay, we have to protect. Suppose we have learned about afforestation, so we have to do it practically also. Now some important question of part 2. Already 5 questions I have given in the part 1. So that's why I have given the numbering over there from 6. So what are those questions? Why did the king's men kill the villagers of Kejadi? So the king's men, the stranger, used to come to the village and they killed the people of the village. So why did the men killed? Kejadi village got its name from dash trees that grew there. So from which tree? It is a very common and very easy question. I hope you can. Now next question, question number 8. Dash is the capital city of Rajasthan. So we have discussed about the Kejadi village of Jodhpur in Rajasthan. But which one is the capital of Rajasthan? On the last class, one slide I have shown where the capital is given over there. So you have to find out. And you have to write down which one is the capital of Rajasthan. When Amrita hugged a tree, what did the woodcutter do? So when Amrita found that the woodcutter is going to cut the tree, she hugged the tree tightly with her arms. So then what did the woodcutter do when the woodcutter found that Amrita is hugging the trees tightly? And number 10 question, why did the stranger visit Amrita's village? So who sent the stranger, or why the stranger visited Amrita's village? Who are they? So these are the questions from this part of the video. Again 2 more parts, part 3 and part 4 I will give, where we will explain the next part of the chapter, as well as we will also provide some question. So I hope from this video we have already understood about this part of the chapter, as well as whatever extra information I have shared, you have understood, and you can also do this question answers. So take out a copy, note down this question in your copy, then watch the video once again, go through your chapter, and then try to write down those answers. And if any problem you are having to write the answer, you can ask me in the doubt clearing class. So thank you students, thank you everyone. Again we will meet on the next video of story of Amrita part 3 on next day. So all should stay at home and stay safe. Thank you. Thank you everyone and have a nice day.